Minimalists.
How do I get started? How do I continue decluttering and cleaning? And I know that it will make my life happier, but how do I get started? I have 3 boys. They have tons of Legos and toys, and they obviously play with everything the moment I try to get it out. So how do you tackle that? How do you teach them to minimize their toys?
So, Ryan, I think the easiest thing to do here is if you just start by getting rid of the 3 boys, I think the toys go with them.
Well, yeah, maybe just try to get rid of one of them at first.
So like a minimalism game, but with getting rid of children.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. I think you and I are the only ones who find that funny.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, but no, so here's the thing: we don't want to
don't get rid of your kids,
the people we love,
right.
And in fact, we don't want to exacerbate or agitate the people we love. I think that is a common thing that happens when couples start decluttering, but only one person is actually doing the decluttering. Yeah. We need to get the buy-in first. Yeah. Now, where do you get started? This is a common question. Why? Well, because the average American household, the average Western household, has hundreds of thousands of items in it, and we're overwhelmed with stuff. We are already, Michelle is exacerbated by her stuff, and she's so overwhelmed she doesn't even know where to start. How do I start simplifying? And so we just throw our hands up. Now, you and I have done a few different things. In fact, we talk about this in Less Is Now, where our 2 different approaches. Mine was I got rid of 1 item a day for 30 days, just to see if I could do it. Because anyone can get rid of 1 thing a day for 30 days. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, that turned into the 30-day minimalism game, which is what I'm going to recommend to Michelle. We have a free minimalism game calendar on our website, theminimalists.com/game. You can download that, and it shows you how many items you're getting rid of. But the way it works is 1 thing on the first day, 2 things on the second day, 3 things on the third day. So by the third day, you've gotten rid of 6 things. You're getting that momentum, and it's snowballing. It starts off really easy, but by mid-month, 15 things on day 15, 16 items on day 16, so forth and so on. And I think, well, we've seen that work for tens of thousands of people. Mm-hmm. If you want to get a bit more extreme, Ryan did a little thing called a packing party. Mm.
Yeah, that's I don't recommend that for most people. I mean, I'm an extreme person. I think maybe it's because I'm so ADD. I don't know, man. Like, I really need my attention powerfully refocused, or my perspective powerfully refocused, and the packing party did that for me. I mean, I packed up everything. I packed up everything, literally, and I unpacked it as I needed it, and it was a great experiment. I mean, when I was done, I had 80% of my stuff in boxes, and it really helped me shift my perspective. But if the minimalism game doesn't work, that's too easy. If the packing party is too crazy, then maybe somewhere in the middle, you start with like your powder room or something with a packing party.
Yeah.
But
wait, here's I had a powder room.
I mean, if you got powder in there, it's technically a powder room. Here's what I would recommend for Michelle too. Michelle, you've got to start with your family too, and I don't mean minimize your family. But you got to get them on the same page. So even before you do a packing party, before you do the men's game, before you do the 1-room packing party, unless it's your own personal room, then maybe you don't have to talk to your kids about it. Right. But, what really stands out in her question to me is, how do I get my kids on board? And what you do is you help them find the benefits in simplifying. So with kids, you know what kids love to do? They like to do a couple things. It's taken me everything to not be a smartass right now and talk about
candy.
Right, exactly. But there are 2 things that I know kids like to do. One is they love to help. That is what, I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I was always trying to like pump gas for my dad. I was like always trying to like help my mom clean the toilets. Like, and it's funny because I remember my dad at one point, he's like, Ryan, you're going to hate pumping gas. Just enjoy the time that you don't have to pump the gas. I'm like, no, but I want to pump the gas.
Yeah.
And now I guess I don't hate it, but it's a pain in the ass. But anyway, kids love to help. So, give this as to your kids as an option to help. The other thing too, and I guess this kind of goes in line with helping, is kids love to help others, like donate. They'd like to bring others happiness. So if you can help your kids see that those toys that they're giving up, they're being donated to another kid, and they're making that other kid happy, like the kid is going to love the fact that they are making someone else happy. So kids love to help, they love to assist, and they also like to make other people happy. So find a way to help your kids see those 2 things, and maybe that'll just give them a little bit of a spark to help you start. But Michelle, it's easy to get overwhelmed. It's easy to throw your hands up in the air and be like, I can't do this. It's too much. My kids are in the way and all my other stuff is in the way. Like, I get it, but you have to start somewhere. And unfortunately, there's no magic bullet answer that we're going to be able to say right now to like help you be like, oh yeah, I'm going to declutter tomorrow and it's all going to be done.
Yeah.
The thing that Josh and I are trying to tell you is start small. You got to start small.
Yeah, and what I think with the minimalism game, the reason it's going to work so well for you and your family is it does help you get some buy-in with them, especially if there's some sort of outcome you're working towards. So I don't know what the reward is going to be. I don't know what your specific kids are into, but there could be a family reward. There could be an individual reward as well. So if you're playing this game with your entire family, so each person gets rid of one thing on the first day. It all starts out really easy. And second day, you each get rid of 2 items. Whoever goes the longest wins. If you all make it to the end of the month, well, you've each gotten rid of about 500 items. It's a phenomenal start. One other thing for your kids, Michelle, show them what they're making room for. As they're getting rid of the stuff they no longer play with, there are a couple rules there, like the 90-90 rule. We call it the seasonality rule in our Minimalist rule book, which I'd love to give you a free copy of. The Minimalists rule book. You can find it at theminimalists.com/rulebook. And it's a free ebook. Anyone can download it for free, or if you want the audiobook version, that is also available. Ryan and I record an audiobook version. But the rule that stands out in there to me is the 1 in, 10 out rule.
Yeah.
Because if they get rid of 10 things, maybe they're making room for one new thing that's truly going to add value to their life. So I think you'll enjoy that, and I think the rules in there will help you set up some boundaries that you need, Michelle.